Namaste and welcome to Unlearn Living and welcome to Universe. This show is a series of discussions based on day to day experiences, lessons learned in life, and things to look out for in your world, your life, our universe. The founder of Unlearn Living, Mr. Kuldeep Kalawar, explains concepts of Vedanta and how it is relevant and applicable to our day to day life. So we are in a bit of a sticky situation. We're unable to get this device off our hands and we're unable to stay without it for too long. Does Vedanta have an explanation or solution for this?
Definitely it has. It has the solution for most of life's problems because there is nothing which it doesn't cover. So let's start. You'll observe that man cannot live without his cell phone, without his laptop. And today, most of the time, he's spending time with these electronic instruments. He lives more in the virtual world than in the real world. That is the situation. Though he's doing it unconsciously, he's not realizing it. He's getting dominated by technology. He has become a slave of technology without realizing it. So let's look at the daily life of a person. In the morning, as soon as a young person gets up, the first thing he does is he checks his cell phone or checks his laptop. What is the latest news going around? If there's any email for him, any messages for him. So he looks at it. He has no idea that the news that he's reading may be monitored, may be doctored, may be false, maybe, but he's just exposed to it. Secondly, his whole connect with the world throughout the day is only through that instrument. If he wants to talk to somebody, he picks automatically, his hand goes to his cell phone today. That's the situation. He wants to communicate with somebody, automatically he goes to his laptop or his iPad or his cell phone and types out a message. What is happening today is we have begun to lose contact with people. We have now become more familiar connecting with the world outside through an instrument. Earlier, we used to connect with our body organs, sense organs. Today, we have started connecting through technology. We run the risk of becoming slaves of technology. Let's look at the situation because I've been fortunate to be present and experience an environment without technology and an environment with technology. So let's compare the two. At that time, earlier, when there was no technology available, if I needed to buy some vegetables for my wife's cooking, I would go to the shop, and I would meet the person. We would exchange greetings, how are you, etc. Kya ho gaya today, aaj ka kya situation hai. Sometimes when I had a little time, I would ask him, because he was from UP. So I would ask him, what's the situation in UP? How are things? How's everything going? What is your family doing? Because his family was there, he was here. So he would give me so there would be some interaction with people. And then I would select, I would check with my fingers whether it's firm enough, etc., whether it's fresh enough, etc. I could smell, I could touch, I could feel, and I would buy, select, and then buy. Today you have everything online. You go online, you see a photograph or you see an image of this thing, and you just select it and you buy it. We are beginning to lose touch with reality. Online, you don't meet people, you meet objects. Your experience is with objects, and that also virtual objects. Now, whether it's a doctored image, whether it's a false image, whether it's just a stock image, you have no idea. You also have you're totally dependent on the person who's sending you that or selecting those vegetables for you or that product for you, You're depending on his judgment for your satisfaction. Oh, no doubt you can return it back, etc. But the fact is, you have given up your choice to select what you want, and you have offered it to somebody else. Your choice of anything in life today is now dependent on someone else. Point number one. Technology can modify everything that is presented to you on the screen. So you're not sure whether whatever you're receiving is true or false. And with the result, we have arrived at a situation where even our choices are doctored. So if you go to search, you'll find your previous search history has been monitored, has been taken, that data has been taken. With the result, when you search, for example, a bag of fertilizer, all other fertilizer brands also now, without you even you just said fertilizer, but all the brands you selected earlier plus the new brands that have come, and against the prices you paid last time, the discounts that you would be offered. So you're now being doctored. In fact, the other day I met a lady from the old school, and she said, I had nowadays I find whenever I search for anything, जो कुछ भी मैंने 3 महीना सिलेक्ट 3 महीना पहले खरीदा था उसका हिस्ट्री भी आ जाता है. So it means that they are keeping a track of all that I am doing. They are keeping a track of everything that I'm doing. On the Facebook, I find people talking about their daily activity. I went here, I met so and so. This is the. It's scary because your personal life is being exposed. You have no idea what is happening, and everything is virtual. You remember those days when we used to have a wedding in the family. Lot of relatives from so many, some 1 or 2, 3, 4 cities, close relatives would take a holiday and they would take a break from work and they would come, and the house would be full of people weeks before the wedding, and people would take responsibility for, I will do this, I will do that, I will arrange the decorations, I will organize the catering, I will take care of the mandap, etc. I'll take care of the bhaji. And people would come, they would make a list of invitees and write out the envelopes. It was such a pleasure. It was such a pleasure because you interacted with people. Today we send greetings on WhatsApp. We send invitations on WhatsApp, on email. We have live streaming. With the result, we hardly meet anybody. There are event managers who organize everything, so you don't have to do anything. You just pay and everything happens. We have lost touch with reality. We have lost touch with reality. We live in a virtual world, literally. From morning to evening, we are living in a virtual world. But it is very dangerous because what is happening is we are losing touch with ourselves. If you notice, initially it was the environment. It was shopping online. We stopped going out. Then we stopped going out, meeting people. Today, consultation with the doctors also are online. We have reached a stage where everything is online. So we do not need to go out. We become lazy. We even see pictures online. Earlier, we used to go to the theater. If you remember, going to a theater was literally a picnic for us. We used to have chips and popcorn and all that. We used to look forward to samosas in the theater. Today, we stopped going to theaters. We've lost touch with the outside world, and we have lost touch with ourselves. The other day, I had visited a restaurant with my wife. I saw a family, husband, wife, two, I would say, children, one boy, one girl. She must be now 10, 11 years old, and he was about 13, 14 years old. On that table, there was no talk. Each of these people were busy with their cell phone. Here was a beautiful opportunity to get together. You got together for dinner. Your beautiful opportunity to exchange notes. Kaise chala hai? Because each one of them is busy in their life. They are busy with their college life. They are busy with their professional life. When are you going to talk? When are you going to exchange notes? When will you be in contact with each other? So we have a lot of contacts on the cell phone. Can you tell me how many connects we have with them? Out of the 100 or 200 or 300 contacts we have on the phone, how many do we really connect with? I remember when we were in college and school, we used to play football and cricket, and it was physical games. Today, you find children playing computer games. Earlier, there were games where two or three people could sit and play a game. Today, it's an individual game where you have an imaginary opponent, you have a virtual opponent. You have isolate. Man is beginning to isolate himself. With the result, when he really needs help, there is nobody available. That's one of the major reasons for depression. I find wherever I go, wherever I meet people, I meet especially the younger generation. Many of them are going through very traumatic times. They are alone, especially in COVID. There's a huge number of people who suffered from depression. The workload was too much. There was no time to relax, and the mind was in a total mess because they didn't know how to handle that sort of pressure. So the ability to you gauge yourself as a failure as a result of this inability. Then depression starts. We have become robots for technology, each one of us. We are just a data bank which are feeding technology giants daily data of our life, and they are now beginning to control us. What we see, what we eat, what we hear, everything is controlled by technology, and we will reach a stage where we will have no freedom of our own. This process has already started in China. If you have read what is happening in China, each and every individual today is identified by a number. His name has been lost. His personal identity has gone. He has been replaced by a number, an ID number. Second, they have got artificial intelligence. By the mood on the face, they are able to know whether in school a child is for the establishment or against the establishment. When he's walking, they will know whether he is angry or upset. Because artificial intelligence, they have doctored it to such an extent where they can understand a person's emotions by the facial expression. So it is frightening that we are now leading ourselves. We have given this freedom to technology to make us slaves. The question arises, how do you stop it? Every technology is good, has two sides. It has a useful side and it has a destructive side. If you are not careful in using technology only at the time when it is needed, you will end up in a situation where your body and mind will be controlled by technology. So, what to do about it? Just like when you need to shed weight, what do? You go on a fast. If you need to shed technology, you'll have to have a technology fast. So, spend 1 day of the week, 2 days of the week, especially holidays, Saturdays and Sundays. If it's a holiday, take a real holiday from technology. Yes, stop attending to your cell phone, stop attending to your laptop, just take a break. So take a holiday from technology every holiday that you have. That's my take on this subject.
So if you like what you're listening to, do hit the subscribe button and the bell icon right away. And if you want to know more about this subject and the courses that Sir conducts online, please visit our website, unlearnliving.in. And if you have any questions for us, regarding your life and your thoughts, please do email us at unlearnliving@gmail.com. Thank you so much.
Welcome.